Chapter 15. The Struggle for Freedom. Introduction. The era of social reforms started just after the suppression of the revolt of 1857. The rule of the East India Company came to an end. The administration of India was taken over by the Queen of England. Even though the revolt had failed, it sowed the seeds of nationalism among the people of India. Leaders realized that they had to remove social evils from the society to achieve their goals. Social reformers. Social reformers played a significant role in making India a more progressive and forward-looking country. They fought against several social evils such as sati parth, child marriage, casteism, etc. Many thinkers and reformers like Raja Ram Mohan Roy, Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, Sir Syed Ahmad Khan and Narayana Guru fought against the social evils. They were inspired by the modern ideas and education introduced by the British. They felt that education would help India to become prosperous once again. The British rule in India brought extreme poverty among the Indians. Indian traders and businessmen wanted to start industries on modern lines, but the Europeans were interested in plantations for tea, coffee, indigo and jute. There was great demand of these things in England. They led to the formation of associations, institutions, schools, etc. The writers began to publish their ideas in the form of newspaper articles. Public meetings were held in different parts of the country to attract the attention of the British rulers to their problems. People thought that freedom from the British rule was must for solving their problems. The Indian National Congress. Alan Octavian Hume, a retired ICS officer, founded the Indian National Congress (INC) in 1885. The aim of this organization was to draw the attention of the British rulers towards the difficulties and demands of the people. The first session of the Congress was held on 28 December 1885 in Mumbai with W.C. Banerjee as President and A.O. Hume as General Secretary. 22 delegates came from all parts of India to attend the first session. Every year, the session of the Congress was held in a different city. During its first 20 years, the Congress made moderate demands such as spread of education, reduction in military expenditure, employment of Indians in higher offices and formation of councils both at the center as well as in the states. Some prominent leaders of the Congress were W.C. Banerjee, Dada Bhai Nauroji, S.N. Banerjee, G. Subramania Iyer, Gopal Krishna Gokhale, Badruddin Tyabji, Firoz Shah Mehta, M.G. Ranade and Madan Mohan Malviya. Some leaders of the Congress believed in methods of patience and persuasion. They were the moderates. But some leaders such as Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Lala Lajpat Rai and Bipin Chandra Pal were the radicals. They wanted to involve the masses of India in the struggle for freedom. Tilak declared, "Freedom is my birthright and I shall have it." He wrote many articles against the British Raj in his paper The Kesari. As a result, he was arrested many times. Divide and rule. The Congress became strong and its movement spread even to the common people. The British did not want the Congress to get success in its aim of uniting the people of India. They made several laws to suppress the freedom movement. Finally, they adopted the policy of divide the Bengal in two parts for better administration. In 1905, the British decided to divide Bengal into two parts. This was part of their divide and rule policy, as one half contained mostly Hindus while the other part contained mostly Muslims. The anti-partition agitation assumed a militant form on 7 August 1905 when thousands of people at a meeting in Calcutta, Kolkata, resolved to boycott British goods until the partition proposal was withdrawn. It was during this movement that Swadeshi, or use of Indian goods, and boycott of British goods became an integral part of the freedom struggle. The Swadeshi movement. Swadeshi movement was launched, in which Indian leaders asked the people to boycott British clothes and other goods. Women and students took a leading part in it. The British clothes was burned in heaps. The Swadeshi movement soon spread to all other parts of the country like Bombay, Pune and Madras. The British rulers could not suppress this movement and finally abolished the scheme to partition of Bengal in 1911. The movement actually helped in the establishment of textile mills, banks, hosiery, tobacco, soap factories, etc. The revolutionaries. The movement against the partition of Bengal led to split in the Congress in 1907. The extremists left the party. The extremists started a mass movement to achieve total independence. Some young people, known as the revolutionaries, felt that the moderates and the radicals had not done enough to achieve freedom. Violence should be fought with violence. Revolutionaries like Bhagat Singh, Chandra Shekhar Azad, Ram Prasad Bismil, Veer Savarkar, Ashfaqullah, Jatin Das, Sukhdev, B.K. Dutt and many others joined the struggle and laid down their lives for the motherland. A 15-year-old boy, Khudi Ram Bose, was hanged by the British government. Some Indians went to other countries of the world to wage a struggle for achieving independence. Madam Kama went to Switzerland, Narendra Nath to Germany and Raja Mahendra Pratap and Maulana Barkatullah to Afghanistan. On 21 April 1913, Indians in San Francisco assembled and formed the Ghadar Party. The aim of this party was to get rid of the British rule. This was a time when India was all set to launch a full-scale freedom struggle. At this stage, World War I broke out in 1914. Many Indians helped the British government to fight the war. They expected that after the war, the British would give more freedom, but it did not happen. Instead, the British made laws to strengthen their hold on India.